Well, listen, first of all, thank you all for coming out here. Really do appreciate you guys coming out here and, to check us out. We're obviously excited about being here. If you guys are fans of the show, then you should know that, like, one of the things that we consistently talk about is going to new locations. Like, it just really energizes us to go to a new location, a place that not only people are, like, really familiar with, but a place that we think deserves a lot of attention, a lot of credit, and that we can give like a 3-hour infomercial, not only about the football program, but the community. So this is something that we feel as though Montana State has earned. Very, very excited to be here. And, we love good football, and they play pretty good football up here. So it's great to be here.
In addition to football, what are some of those things that you feel like Montana State has earned the right to have you guys here this weekend?
In addition to football, I don't know much about Montana State, so I'd be lying to you if I say anything else outside of football. But because the football program is where they are, that's why we're here.
What are your just initial impressions on the state?
So far, so good. I got around yesterday. If you check my Instagram story, I went to the farmer's daughters this morning and got some green juice, which is, I like to try to stay healthy, you know what I mean, especially on the road. Pretty cold, so you got to build up that immune system. And then I went to Granny's Donuts because I have a sweet tooth. And I ran to the Spirit team there and took a picture with those young ladies. So it's been really cool. And yesterday I went to a couple of record stores too.
What have you learned
we'll go
about
again this afternoon?
What have you learned about Brawl the Wild in the past week?
The Brawl the Wild. Oh well. So I just got through meeting with the coaches. The coaches are in our meeting room, and it's great talking to them. I've had conversations with them before though, so it's good now to match faces with voices. And it's a huge rivalry. You know what I mean? Like, we get a chance to highlight an FCS rivalry that, when they talk about it, it's on par with Michigan versus Ohio State. And that's good, that's big, and that's why we're here.
Well, speaking of Michigan, Ohio State, you've been a part of some big rivalries. Where does this stack upon it the more you hear about what Cat Grizz is all about? Because it's a battle for the state.
Yeah, and I think that as players, you understand just the magnitude of it and how serious it is. And like when you talk to coaches, coaches always want to make, for the most part, they want to make the games seem equal. But that's not the case in this game. You know what I mean? That's not the case in Michigan, Ohio State. So you're not speaking to the coaches in there, like, this game is special. It means a lot to the state. He says the state shuts down. Everyone's going to, come here for this game. So, and that it just, to be honest with you, it gives me like goosebumps. You know what I mean? It's like takes me back to my days playing in the Michigan Ohio State game and how much it meant to us, how much it meant to the coaches, and then how much it means to the community. Your fan base, your alum. It's everything. So
it's gonna be one of the coldest game days that you guys have done. Are you prepared for the cold? Are we looking forward to that, or not so much?
Well, I live in Miami. I think that pretty much answered that question.
That does, yeah.
What are some of the best recommendations? I know that you put it out there on social media. Send me recs, fans. What were those things?
Oh, wow. I had so many of them. Like I said, I went to the Farmer's Daughters little cafe, which is cool. I went to Granny's Donuts. There's another breakfast spot, Nova, the R Bar. I mean, it's just so many. I mean, you guys know them better than I do. It's a lot. And I plan on trying to go to at least 2 or 3 more this afternoon, before I have to buckle down and get ready for our show tomorrow morning.
How about staying warm? Any recommendations there?
No, shoot, you tell me. You the pro. Hell, I'm from Miami. What? Staying warm in Miami is go outside. No, I'm a layer up. I mean, this is like the most you're gonna see of me while I'm here. So tomorrow I'll be swaddled up like a baby. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Have you had a chance to check in with any other FCS football, given how much you're on the road and how much you have to be laser focused on some of these big FBS national matchups?
Yeah, we check on some of them. Yeah, we do. And we did HBCU game. We did Jackson State. So we keep abreast of a lot of different conferences, a lot of different leagues, and it's just because we love good football. So we, even if we don't talk about it on air, because I know it's a 3-hour show. But it goes by quick, and it's a lot of content. But yeah, definitely.
We obviously have kind of the wilderness out here in Montana. I don't know if you're a wilderness guy, but if you're out and about, what would you do if you saw a grizzly or a bobcat?
What would you suggest I do?
get in the fetal position and don't go anywhere.
There we go. That's exactly what I do.
You've gone to a few different game day locations for the first time this season. I guess, whether it's Kansas or Jackson State or whatever, what has that energy kind of been like for those first time visits?
It's incredible. It really is. It's it's something that, because it's a 3-hour show, it starts off, you have a lot of energy and everything is fresh and everything is great. But then, you get into like hour number 2, and then you go into hour number 3, and we feed off the energy of the crowd. And, it's like a call and response with the crowd, and the more engaged they are, it just makes it much easier for us, So, and I think that everyone feels that energy, like it comes across on TV too. So it's always great when you go to like a new location, because they're just so excited, It's not just about game day being there, like we're highlighting their team, their community, their school, and and their coaching staff and their players. So that just it helps us a lot. It really does. It's just like a player. Like I tell you, as a player, it's like a home game. So now when we come here, it's like we're gonna play a big ass home game, right? Because that's how the crowd's gonna be.
What are the most memorable comments you've gotten from Cats or Grizz fans so far?
I can't. Nothing that jumps out at me right now. No.
Do you have any Montana connections? Anybody you know from Montana?
No. Well, my wife's dad, her paternal side of the family used to live in Helena. So I've been to Helena before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not my first time in the state. Just my first time in Bozeman.
What do you think of Helena?
It's beautiful. But it wasn't in November either.
You've obviously been, hyping up the Montana with the hats, the boots, seeing the rodeo team lead the game day bus down Main Street to Montana State. What was that like, especially knowing that rodeo team leads out the football team every Saturday?
It's the coolest thing, because you like the novelty of it. You know what I mean? You go to so many places, it's like the same old. But you have something like that that's new, it's fresh. We love it. We get excited about it. And what it does is it shows like our audience a different part of the culture of this program. You know what I mean? And that's what we love to do, share the culture of different programs. So it's beautiful.
How much did you guys hear about the social push last year, trying to get game day to Montana? How much did hearing all of that and the excitement get you guys to come here this year?
Well, that's above my pay grade. I don't make those decisions. I just go where I'm told. But we did hear about the social media push, and it's something we talked about in our meetings. It's something that we brought up, and we knew it was a potential destination spot for us. And like I said, we're gonna push new places, because it's a win-win for everybody involved.
In addition to pushing new places, I think in your 29 years of the show, you've only been to probably like 12 FCS schools. What's unique about the FCS schools in comparison to a bigger FBS program?
Well, in talking to our operations people, they love it, because they get it. You know what I mean? You go to certain places repeatedly, then they don't get it anymore. It's like, it's almost like they take it for granted. But when you go to like an FCS program where people understand the magnitude of what you're bringing to the program, and like I said, it's a 3-hour infomercial, then they get it and they understand, they're much easier to work with.